Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am doing, as the title says, a get ready with me. Last week I uploaded a sped up version of me doing my makeup on TikTok and I did it on YouTube Shorts as well. On my TikTok I had a few comments of people saying please do a full one on your YouTube, so you ask and you shall receive. I've definitely done one of these before, but I reckon it could be about 2 years old and I'm probably using the same products. It really wouldn't surprise me, but I will talk through everything I use. I have already prepped my skin and done all my pre-get ready stuff. I also did a TikTok of me showing you what I do before I get ready, so I'll link that TikTok below in case you're interested on what I use beforehand. I've already done my primer as well, so I've double primed. First thing I used was this e.l.f. primer. Now when I got this I remember there was quite a few, but this is the Poreless Putty Primer, but I don't know if that's the name of the primer, so just in case it's not, it's the pink one. They all have different colours from memory, so just in case you're wondering. I used that, and once that's set in I used the Benefit Professional Primer. This one has a bit of colour to it, so I like to use this on like no makeup days, but because I've always used it I just use both now, which is a bit excessive, but I do it anyway. Also because I'm actually getting ready for a reason, I'm going out tonight, I'm going around my friends for drinks and games night, so of course we have to have a bottle of Prosecco, right? Just a mini one. God, it's been... God, this has been in my fridge, don't worry. Am I okay? Seriously. I'm also gonna push my face back with a bow headband because I was in Primark buying some bits and I just think they look so cute. Oh my god, I got a parcel. Guys, I got myself a printer. Yeah, I got myself a printer because selling stuff on Vinted and not having a printer to do the labels was just putting me off from doing it. So I just thought, do you know what? Bite the bullet, buy a printer, you always need one, right? Also, before I start my makeup, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new here and you want to see more of this beauty regime. I always say my makeup's basic and then people are like, no, 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 my makeup's basic, but my makeup is basic compared to the people that you see on TikTok doing their makeup, okay? Or the normal people that you watch on YouTube. Right, first thing I'm gonna do, put a bit of bronzer on. I'm actually using Instant Tan today, which I don't normally do, so hopefully my makeup matches okay, but just to be sure I'm gonna put a bit of bronzer down my neck. This is MAC Give Me Sun. I don't even know what I'm wearing yet. I also bronze my ears, by the way. I need to move this to do that, don't I? Because there's nothing worse than having if you're looking tanned everywhere else and then your little pea ears, well my ears are actually quite big. Both sides of the family have big ears, to be fair, so I didn't have much hope, you know, that I was going to have anything different. But yeah, I don't know how hygienic that is, but my ears are very clean. I once went to go and get my ears checked and she was like, God, they're the cleanest ears I've ever seen. I was like, thank you, that is a compliment to me. I have also asked you guys on Instagram for some questions, so follow me on Instagram if you don't already. It's Hannah_Marlin. My phone's currently on charge, so I will go and get it in a minute once I get into, you know, the swing of this, because I'm not really used to this recording doing my makeup malarkey. Also, if I randomly have to cut a bit out of the video, it's probably because my dressing gown might have popped open and a nipple might have come popping out. This is, I don't know if this is weird actually, I'm sure it's not, but this is my granddad's dressing gown that I've had since he passed away. Yeah, I don't know how I got on to taking it, but I just can't get rid of it. I've tried other dressing gowns, but they're just not the same. So next thing I'm gonna do is conceal. I feel like I'm gonna miss steps because I'm under pressure, but yeah, I'm just gonna put this on spots, this big mole here, and around my nose because I do get redness around here. I forgot I have to tell you the product. So this is the e.l.f. concealer. I literally got this last week. So the first time I used it was last week and I really enjoyed it. And it's the 16-hour camo concealer matte finish in medium sand. Basically I just play dot to dot around my face with it and then I go straight in with my foundation. So I use the NARS Sheer Glow. Now I've recently got a darker shade because I realised for the last 2 years I've been using a shade too light for me, and I now use Stromboli, but previously I used Santa Fe. So this was medium 2 and this is medium 3, but I do feel like they are different kind of obviously they're a different shade, but like I feel like this is a bit more yellowy, or you know, like cool tones, warm tones. I don't really, you know the difference that well, but I do think there is quite a big difference. But I'm gonna use the bottle anyway. There's still a bit in this, so I haven't got a pump for this one yet. So I literally get a makeup brush and just stick it in, because I am a hygiene queen, and then just whack it on my face. I absolutely love this foundation. Before NARS Sheer Glow, I used to use Estee Lauder Double Wear, and that is all I wore for years. But yeah, I've now moved on to this, and I love it. It just is so nice. And this is a Real Techniques, it's not really a beauty blender, is it, but sponge. You have to wet these before and make sure you squeeze out all the excess water, which you all probably already know. And I just whack my face. It's probably now that I could be answering a question, isn't it? So I should probably go and get my phone. I've got my phone, so I've got some questions. So somebody said here, would you ever agree to brand deals? And this is a really good question, because I haven't yet. And to be honest with you, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, how am I going to agree something with a brand when I don't even know, you know, what I should be doing? I just got messaged to do one with Papa John's, and I was like, I can't go back to them, because how am I supposed to reply? I don't know what I've got to do. They're like, oh, can you let us know your rates, because we have a deal with Papa John's. And I was like, no, I can't let you know my rates, because I don't fucking know a thing. So I am one of them people that if I don't know what to say, I'll just ignore. So the answer to that is, would I ever? Yes, because I've always said I would only do it if it fits my channel. And obviously Papa John's definitely fits my channel. But I'm having to miss out because I don't know what I'm doing. I could make the same amount doing brand deals than I do in my part-time job. Obviously not saying that I would do that instead of that, but you know, I am missing out on silly money. As much as people have a thing about influencers doing ads, well, if you can take it, do it. Do you know what I mean? But I just haven't, so that's the answer to that one. Next question is, do you see yourself owning a house in the next 2 to 3 years? I honestly couldn't answer that, because who the fuck knows what's happening in England at the moment. I think I've blended that in enough to you. Having a pack of baby wipes is vital to doing your makeup, because can't have all that shit on my hands. It really, I just hate the feeling of the makeup on your hands. What was the question? Not that you guys know. Oh yeah, I do see myself, obviously I've got savings now, but if it costs this much for me to run my flat, I can only imagine what it costs to run a whole house. I want to live as well. You know, I have the luxury right now that I can pay my bills, live my life and save. So obviously I'm saving for a house. I'm just going to go back in with a bit more bronzer around the 3, yeah? So that, yeah. Everything's gone up, so as long as I can afford to, then yes. When I first moved into this flat, I was paying £114 a month, not management, maintenance. Then it went up to 144. Now they've just sent me my new bill and it's £197 a month. So I'm paying like £700 and something for my mortgage, which also just went up. It was £630, but then I only did it for 2-year fix, so then I had to refix it. So that's gone up to £730. Then my maintenance is just under £200, so that's nearly £1,000 on those two things now, which is crazy. So yeah, who knows, but that is the aim. Now I'm going to go back in with concealer. So I use the e.l.f. one that I just used, plus this Maybelline concealer. Here's the two of them. I just put it under my eyes, bit here, bit on my chin, and then shit, a lot just come out there. And then I use a bit over the top. Oh my god, why is so much coming out? So yeah, I just mix the two together and then I blend it all in. Somebody says here, any plans for my 30th? Yes, there is. I'm going on a 30th trip with the girls, but we're going a month after my birthday, just because my birthday's in August and we just don't want to go in the school holidays. So I'm going a month after. Not all of the girls are obviously going to be able to make the trip, so I'll be doing something with the girls at home for my birthday, then something with my family, and then the weekend after, my boyfriend's taking me on a surprise trip away for the week. plus it's also more expensive in August. So yeah, we decided to go in September and we are going to Marbella. So that's exciting. And then yeah, basically I just answered the rest of the question with plans I'm doing. Someone said here, am I okay? I've noticed you've missed a few uploads, which is fine, but I just want to check in. I actually haven't missed a few uploads. I've missed one, which was this week. Why did I miss that one? Oh, because the week before my plans got messed up. One day I was out, one day I was editing, so I just didn't get round to filming enough videos. That was literally all that was. And then on the other, what was it, the Sunday before, I uploaded 2 shorts. So shorts are also videos, and I will be uploading more shorts because that's the way YouTube is moving. I do absolutely love making TikToks now, so it's easy for me to make a TikTok and then also upload it onto YouTube. So if you do see a short from me, please watch it because I would love you dearly. But yeah, like I uploaded a short that got like 500,000 views on TikTok, and I uploaded it on YouTube, and at first it got like 5,000 views, and then randomly like 3 weeks later it went up to like 38,000 views, and I got loads of new subscribers coming through the short, which is obviously amazing. So yeah, you may see days where I upload a short instead of a whole video, but that is still a video. I've still taken the time to make it. Now I use this, please ignore the front of this. I used to put my eyelash glue on it and then this bit of paper got stuck to it. So this is the MUA Sun-Kissed Bronze, and I use this crappy little brush. It's not really, is it? It's a Real Technique one, but I just kind of go mash up on it, and I just, again, go around the, you know, the free shape around the face just to add in a bit more colour. Someone asked me, how has it been going since being off birth control? All my friends said they felt like just like a new person, like they felt so good coming off the pill. I haven't really noticed that. I haven't really felt that, like, I haven't felt such a huge change in me as a person. I'd definitely say I'm anxious less now. Sorry, I'm just using the Laura Mercier translucent powder and this powder puff that I got off TikTok shop. And then I just put this wherever I put my concealer. And then I just let it sit there until my eyebrows are done. In terms of my period, so my period has not, what's the word? It's not regular still yet. And it's been like, what, 8 months? Quite a few of my friends who have come off the pill, who have been off longer than me, have said theirs are still not regular. And like, what worries me is, you know, I haven't actually asked my mum, but if you're 30 like me, was your mum on a pill from a young age? Probably not, because in my mum and dad's age, they was popping out babies at 20. So they probably wasn't using contraception like we have for 10 years. And so no one's really thought about how it can affect us and our bodies. If you're on the pill for 10 years and then you come off it, like, it's scary to think that it takes like a couple of years for your body to regulate properly. Since I went on the pill, there was only like a couple of times where I came off it, and they weren't for long periods of time. My skin obviously got quite bad compared to what it was normally. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I forgot that I'm doing my face for you guys. Here I am using the Revlon Brow Sculpt Kit, and I use medium brown, and I just brush it through, and I use a little wax thing on the end, and I've got no idea where this brush is from. It was probably from like a kit off eBay or something. So yeah, my skin got quite bad, but then I've started using this product that I spoke about recently that's, I think, changed my skin, because you can see how much better my skin is now. Obviously I've got a few little spots, which I was always getting anyway. I'm not getting like clusters of spots like I was when I first come off the pill. How many goes did it take to pass your driving test? Do you remember much of the test? I think, I can't remember if it was 6 or 7 now. I think I passed on my 6th. So I failed 4 times when I was like 17, 18, 19. And then I gave up and I thought, fuck this. I literally hate this. Why am I putting myself through it? Like, the test was making me physically ill for weeks beforehand, and I just thought my anxiety was too bad in the test that I just wasn't performing good enough. So I thought, you know what, I can't do this, so I gave up. And then I passed when I was 26 on my 2nd go. So my first one when I was 26 I failed, and then I passed, and then literally COVID started 5 months after. So thank God I passed. And I've told this story before, but the man definitely only passed me because I'd broken up with my boyfriend at the time, now boyfriend again. So maybe the reason me and him broke up was so that I could pass my driving test, because basically I didn't tell him a sob story because, you know, that's really not like me, because that's quite embarrassing. But where I'd moved out of our flat back to my mum and dad's, I had 2 of my driving licence, one with my mum and dad's address on, one with that old address, because I literally got it a week before, and I was like, oh, what if it's got a different like number on it and they don't accept it for the test? So he asked me something about getting a car or whatever, and he was like, oh, what about your boyfriend, does he help you with that? And then I started to well up, and I was like, funny story actually. That's why I've got 2 driver's licence, because I've just moved home with my mum and dad. And he'd already told me that he had 2 daughters, so I reckon maybe one of his daughters just went through a heartbreak, or maybe I looked like her, so he felt, you know, a bit sorry for me. I don't know, I definitely tugged on his heartstrings, because I definitely shouldn't have passed that test. But he was the only driving instructor that talked to me the whole way round. He was so lovely, and he just made me feel at so ease. All the other ones were absolute arseholes. I was going to say a worse word, but I held it back. God, I'm talking so much, I've got dry throat. Someone teach me how to do my brows. Seriously, I fucking hate them. The thing is, my brows stop too far back, so I do have to fill them in forward. So I can't do that like little ombre look, you know? Anyway, as I always say, they are sisters, not twins, so I just need to... Sometimes the longer you spend on them, the worse it gets, so you might as well just give up. I then set them in place using the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and I use this in colour brunette, and it has like, let me show you, it has little, I don't know if you can see, little hairs on it. Little fibres, and I just brush my brows up a bit. Nothing an earbud can't resolve. Right, next thing I do is I just get a brush with no product on, and I buff this stuff in. Last night I was watching, I think it's new, or there's a new season on Netflix called My Lover Murderer, maybe. It's all episodes about people being murdered by their partners, so trigger warning here, I'm going to be talking about a sensitive subject. I can't remember when it was, but there was this case of a little boy called Arthur who was essentially murdered by his dad and stepmom. Oh my god, I was so shocked by this program. They wasn't telling a story about him, they was telling a story about his mother, and then they put little Arthur on the screen. I said to my boyfriend, I was like, oh my god, that's the little boy that was murdered. And I was like, God, how is this story going to end? Like, I don't get it. Because obviously I knew the man in the story that I was watching was going to die, right? It was telling the story about his mother. So his mother had just been put in prison for murdering her boyfriend. But the story was being told from the boyfriend's side of view. So it was all about his life. Like at one point he says the reason why he doesn't report her to the police when she's being abusive towards him, not the baby, the boyfriend, because she's got a little son and she doesn't want the son to be taken off of her. So he never reports this woman to the police, and she ends up murdering him, and then the little boy was sent to his dad. So either way, that boy was destined to horrible things, and if his mum didn't do what she'd done to the boyfriend, he wouldn't have gone and live with the dad. Oh, honestly, it was just so heartbreaking, that poor little boy. What we're doing now? Next, I'm going to contour my face. So I use NARS Laguna, and then I use this little flat contour brush, which is from Primark. Someone said, why have your YouTube videos been shorter recently? I genuinely feel like it's because I have nothing going on in my life. It's quite boring. So like, what do I even talk to you guys about? Like, when I first started YouTube, obviously I had every bit of information to tell you because I've just started speaking to you all. Do you know what I mean? We was new. I got loads to tell you, but now we're old. I've been here for 3 years telling you life stories. Like, even then, answering the driving test one, I was going to ignore it because I've told it a couple times, but then I forget, obviously, I've got new subscribers since I would have told it last. But yeah, so I just have nothing to talk about. Like, I don't really leave my house all that much. Spend a lot of my time editing, and then I work Mondays and Tuesdays. I just find myself being like, what have I got to talk about? Nothing. And also, I think because I've been watching myself back for so many years now, I've kind of got to the stage where I'm bored of listening to myself. So, like, when I'm editing back, I'm just like, oh, shut up, no one cares. That is literally what I think when I'm watching it. I'm like, no one cares. So, yeah, sorry if you've noticed that I just haven't been as chatty. Should I go to a chiropractor? Because I'm really concerned about my bad back. It's getting worse and worse. Oh my god, I'm sweating. Give me air. Seriously, give me air. This is where I worry. I'm going to use a new product, which is not part of my normal routine, so I will show you what I do normally use. On my cheeks, 99% of the time, I use MAC Warm Sol, which looks like this. But what I keep seeing on my TikTok at the minute, these sticks. So these are supposed to be the dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury contour sticks. They're from Primark. It was £4.50. They have a contour one, a blush one, and a highlight one. So I've got the pink blush. My friends are going to be like, are you on crack? You've done a full face of makeup. But yeah, actually I am. It is literally like a liquid version of that colour that I do use. I'm still going to use a bit of my actual blush over the top after all that, because I'm a bit paranoid about how it looks. And now I'm going to put a bit of highlighter on. This is the Illamasqua highlighter in OMG, which is probably quite a good colour for me because I like to say that a lot. What's the quickest time you've done your makeup? Genuinely, it takes me bloody ages and I don't know why. When I see TikToks and people are like, do my makeup in 20 minutes, I'm like, but how? It's not possible for me. Anyway, I use the little fan brush and I just go over the tops of my cheeks like this. And then I'll keep this out because I do a bit under my brow and down the bridge of my nose in a minute. That's my base now done. And I'm going to set it, make sure you shake it, with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. When I filmed that fast Get Ready With Me last week, because I was filming, I did my perfume here. And then after I drank my drink and I was like, bleh, all perfume was in my drink. It was disgusting. I will link these products, by the way, actually. Maybe I'll do it through like Look Fantastic or something. I'll try and find as many of the products and link them below in the description. Next, I'm going to do my eyeshadow, and I literally use one product about 90% of the time, and this is MAC Woodwinked. I do have all these by MAC, but I don't use them. Nothing compares to this one eyeshadow by MAC Woodwinked, especially because I've got blue eyes. Let me show you up close. Oh, ignore that one that just fell out, it was empty. This one. If they discontinued this, I would be distraught. And I just take this little flat brush. This is from Morphe. And then I roughly pat it onto my eyes. And then I take this blending brush, which is rubbed off, but from memory it was called like the MAC, oh there's a little bit there, 217. But I think it's discontinued. But it's the light of my life. And I just blend it out. I haven't done it properly yet, but hopefully you can see. Whenever I'm wearing this, everyone always compliments my eyes, especially if it's a sunny day. Just makes a blue eye pop. And then I take a little bit under here. Guys, I've been filming for 50 minutes. I'm so sorry, this video is going to be a joke. I'm just gonna, as I said, finish my highlighter now I've done my eyeshadow. I just take another flat top brush and then sweep it underneath here. Sometimes I use eyeliner, but today I'm not going to because I don't need a drastic look. But if I do, I use the Collection Fast Stroke. I'm terrible at liner. I literally just use it against the line. I don't do any crazy flicks because I literally can't. If I'm not using that, I take this little pointed brush with a dark brown, whatever one tickles my fancy, and I just press a bit of the eyeshadow along the line of the lash. Like so, just to darken up that line. Just gives a little bit of dimension to the eye, you know. I'm not going to do lashes today. These are the lashes that I do use, the Demi Wispies. I've recently just gone back to these. These are the ones I used before, just the Wispies. No number, no Demi. That's just like the longer version of the same lash. I don't use the glue it comes with. I use this duo glue. I think I got this in Primark, but you can get it in Boots, whatever. First thing I do is curl my lashes. Oh yeah, I forgot I was answering questions. Too busy concentrating. Don't know how my battery hasn't gone yet. On my top lash, I'm going to use these Dior mascaras. This is amazing. I got it as a tester, but I'm really tempted to buy, but I haven't actually looked up how much it is. But this is the Dior Show Iconic Over Curl. And then this is a conditioner. I got these at Christmas with my Harrods Beauty vouchers. So yeah, I haven't actually bought these, but I am obsessed with this mascara. This is a conditioner. I don't really know what it does, but I just use it anyway. Makes them look good, so that's all that matters, right? I wish I had eyelashes like Chintzia. Like when she does her eyelashes, I'm just like, wow, how do they look so long? Right, and then this is the main provider. See how good that looks. So that's what the top lash looks like. And then on my bottom lash, I use the Benefit Roller Lash, which is what I used to use all over my lashes before I got this tester. Oh no, my battery's flashing. I literally just said that. Right, so that is everything on my base done. I now just need to do my lips. First thing I use, always use the same lip liner. This is the NYX lip liner in Natural. It's just called the Lip Pencil. There's no more description. And then my new favourite lipstick is Blankety by MAC. Why is it giving 90s vibe? Over the top, I use the Dior Lip Maximizer, which I need to buy a new one. There's enough left for me to show you. And then I'll do 2 more sprays for luck. And that is the final look. I'm ready quicker than I usually am because I've been, you know, just getting on with it. That is everything I use on my face. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next one.